When you have a car purchase budget of more than 100,000 yuan, you will find that if you want to buy a pure electric new energy in 2025, on the contrary, the joint venture brand is more powerful. So today we'll talk about the relative appearance and shape. FAW Toyota's BZ5. Tell me first, at present, several cars of the joint venture brand are selling very well. One is Nissan's N7. One is the Blogger 3X of Guangxi Toyota. And FA2 Toyota's BZ5. In fact, they are all very smart. That is, to find their respective positions and then make a good distinction between one and the other. The Nissan Anji is a mid-size car, right? It focuses on a long wheelbase. The bezel-less door is indeed 29,800, and the low configuration gives people the zero-gravity seat of the co-pilot or something. The configuration is very high, and the trunk card is still very good, and Nissan is very comfortable. Then, what does Toyota's Dr. 3H focus on? Mainly a large space, but the main sales version is 129,800, and the middle version has no sunroof. But if you upgrade the Yamaha stereo for free, you will find a... If you're not in the mix and have flashy configurations, Guangxi Toyota's Dr. 3H, the space-playing SUV. At this time, you said that I wanted to jump off, and the appearance is conservative in its cross style, right? I think if there's a little personality, BZ5 is more suitable for you. First of all, the entry price of BZ5 is 129,800, but you have to accept one thing. He is very Toyota. As soon as you get started, a 65 battery pack is standard, and it is a front high horsepower motor, 272 fly horsepower, 336 meters. Pay attention. This motor horsepower is not difficult for an electric car, but for Toyota, this is a proper high horsepower motor. However, if you say that, I want to pursue self-driving and look good. The rims have to go up to 21 inches to light. I recently bought the self-made version for 159,800. Of course, in the middle, there's another configuration, 139,800. Of course, there are also more than 600 kilometers of precipitation battery life. That is the 72 channel TV package is a large TV package. But what about it? The price has gone up, and I personally do not recommend it. So you will find that the BZ5 is an easy choice to buy. Otherwise, buy the lowest matching rim. The lowest matching rim is 19 inches. Although there is no LiDAR, there is also a full-speed confident cruise. The popular front seats are heated, which is the same as life size. The high-end version is defined as a mid-size SUV. I have to say this, he was very disengaged. I always thought of it as a crossover, a sedan, or a progenitor sedan, or a Heisdike. But defining the official version as a mid-size SUV, the wheelbase is 2,880 millimeters. So he is really good at space. Come on, there must be a lot of people complaining about blind dates and you complain about 2 points. One is walking off a steering lever, and indeed the turn signals are here. How to say, just this car, in the 2 days after I got it for a test drive, I got used to it for 2 days and didn't get used to it, right? But he does have a personality. But when you get used to it, you can drive another car, it'd be a little awkward. This is for shaking the headlights. This is a wiper. This is a wiper. Say it's very interesting. Well, this is the same shift mechanism as the Prius, the first generation. Hand down, it's a push-pull mechanism, so I think it does make you feel like you shouldn't be in a Toyota car. At the same time, various contrasting colors, yellow contrasts, colors. Which Toyota car do you see? What kind of performance car is it? Except for a car like Jaya or a Toyota 8 that can use this jump shot color. There are almost no family cars because I found this Toyota very bad Toyota. At the same time, I think the convenience of operation of the whole car machine, it's like a mobile operator. I think we should learn from Toyota and look at this position. The bottom row buttons is seat heating, right? The front blocks, this heating, the way the air conditioner adjusts the internal and external circulation trends, including unlocking, that is, your commonly used functions can be reached with one click. There is still a large storage space below. The girl's bag can be put directly on it. So I think the whole central control interior, it's liberating. It's challenging, and it uses a lot of soft bags. It's Toyota in this price range. Go back 5 years. 8 years is Corolla. You get your soft bags, you get your leather seats. Are you crazy? Fabricato trees look up to you, right? But he not only has egg packs, but also ambient lights. So I think this Toyota BZ5 has made a lot of compromises in the domestic market. At the same time, the midline SUV must have the feeling of an SUV. It's the riding sensation in the back row. It is an SUV ride, Somatis. And then we looked at the experience in the back. Don't worry about spraying. Just one punch in the legroom. Let's look at the support of this seat. Headspace, vertical supports. In a purely electric parallel build, it is indeed more like an SUV. So although the legroom is not as great as the Extreme, however, he found that he was very comfortable doing it over long distances. Then, what are you doing? The interface of the charger is actually a 60-watt fast charge. Does this look up to you in Toyota? The previous Toyota gave you a charger interface and gave you face. Now, 2 60-watt fast chargers, independent air conditioner comes out the door, right? The center handrail, including this contrasting seat belt. But in all fairness, this configuration is the main configuration version. 159,800 is called the Smart Enjoy Edition, and it's an electric tailgate trunk. However, due to the use of some unopened methods, so the form of these cars includes spatial practicality. The space usability of Magic doesn't mean that there's a lot of space in the back, but that the trunk is opened, which is a very visual sense of space usability. Then if you have gone through more than 100,000 car purchases to earn money, this BZ5 is worth knowing. Keywords: auto manufacturers, this subsidy 10,000 yuan. There are 3 years of mouth rack mode with a minimum of 129,800, low configuration. It is scheduled for production, standard with full speed self-seat type and front seat heating. Front high horsepower motor, nice chassis filter texture, worth a test drive.